is an opportunity to capitalize on an arbitrage, believe me, the entrepreneurial person will seize that opportunity. So instead of bringing up policies of, oh, we suspend on the deposit of foreign currencies, how about fixing that problem? How about bridging the wide gap between the BDC
can
and
you
the
suggest
and the
a solution for
interbank? Yes, I can suggest that.
Please,
I think many a time our eyes are so fixated on oil that we are not looking at other things. In the first quarter of 2015, Nigeria got 1.8 trillion naira from oil receipts. Guess what? The stock market lost 760 billion naira in that same space. Last year, Nigeria made $77 billion from oil receipts. Guess what? The stock market lost about half of that. It all works on demand and supply. That's what determines what the value of the naira is. So we need to start looking at all the capital flows. Is there a cabinet? What is the fiscal policy? What is the message out there? Are we giving them confidence, investor confidence, for there to be an inflow of capital into the country? We need to look for ways to entice them and bridge that gap. Once upon a time, we were not having such a wide gap. The BDC was still about 210 late last year. Why is there such a gap now? Because people feel there's a risk.
No, it's not because there's a risk.
No, there is a risk with the Naira.
Suddenly, like I said, people find that it was more convenient to carry dollar in their briefcases and their pockets instead of Ghana must go when it came to election period. And so they went to get dollar at all costs. I mean, you could put $100,000 in your breast pocket and nobody will know you are carrying anything. It was becoming more convenient. Is that why we should be encouraging it? That's what caused the gap. And the CBN is saying, no, it cannot continue like that.
Hold on. Where did the politicians get these dollars?
That's the question. That's the question that I've been asking. Where do we get the dollar from? Where? Nigerians, where do we get that dollar for that we now make Nigeria a dumping ground for all kinds of dollars or foreign currency? Why should it be allowed? It is because you have a domiciliary account, you can take dollar, and the banks are interested in having dollar because they are also speculating on it. They will take it from you, put it in your domiciliary account. Nobody asks questions. And as long as you can do that conveniently and the bank is gaining, nobody will ask you questions. So, but now CBN is saying, before you do that, we have to have correct documentation. But for now, let us put a stop to receiving that. And then
but she's talking about the fundamentals.
The fundamentals
that should have been in place
before you
bring up that policy.
I agree with her fundamental, but you have to start from somewhere. You can't wait indefinitely. You see, this new government is saying, look, we have to fight corruption. The international community is saying, we have to fight corruption. And the world is saying, look, your country is inundated with unaccounted for dollar. Why don't you do something about that? And CBN say, okay, fine. Let's take a step towards solving that problem. While we do this, we work out the details.
But it's quick fix.
I don't.
Because you said
I agree.
So it's a quick fix solution that
for a longer time.
Sustained.
Exactly.
So who will sustain it?
Nigerians have to sustain it. Nigerians have to be ready to bear the pain in the short term.
Do you think Nigerians can sustain?
I think it's an opportunity. It is an opportunity. Exactly. The interbank is 200, the BDC is 235, the black market is about 240. Why not? So we need to fix the fundamentals. We need to fix the fundamentals. We need to have a plan in place. And if they can't continue, defending the Naira,
the policy should not even have come in if there's no plan.
Yes.
Because you think there's no plan.
I feel like it's not. I mean, look at it. Why did it bounce back? It only went down by 210 Naira. Now it's back to 235. It's going to be extremely volatile.
I've told you why it bounced back. You see, people are saying it won't work. That's normal. I said, don't worry, it will soon die down. That is the Nigerian mentality. Let us wait and see. So in the process, some people will go and speculate more.
Exactly.
They go and hold it.
There are those that will ask you, you said that's the Nigerian mentality. What gave birth to the Nigerian mentality?
You see,
to that Nigerian mentality.
Let me explain something to you about Nigeria. We don't like to suffer. I'm telling you. We don't like pain. Once you see something that is going to make you suffer for some time, some pain, say, you will shout so that it will be. She knows, she understands that very well.
Nigerians do not like pain. I think we shouldn't put too much power on us. You understand? We should also let the system work. If there was no incentive, it's just 5 Naira. Really, will there be this much speculation going on? And also let people know that there are other channels to speculate on Forex.
Why do you speculate in dollar? Because it's a tradable currency. American thrives in it. Everybody likes the dollar. And so whether it is Chinese
or...
or...
They don't speculate on the pound and the euro.
No, they do, but you see, America has made themselves... Euro, you know, petrodollar. Everything more or less is traded in dollars. So people speculate in that.
We need to take a quick break and we'll come back to continue this conversation. But let me see if I can take one or two tweets here. Henry Egbelo says, Nigerians need to be properly educated on the CBN's policy. The devaluation of the Naira is affecting every Nigerian.
Yeah.
Tai Irim says, how do I send money to my brother studying in the US with this new CBN policy? How do we handle domestic transactions? Mukhtar Mustafa said, education is not the CBN's job. Most of these people have illegal goods. Let her get a financial consultant for that. Okay, we'll take a moment and come back. Please don't go away.
If you want to know what's trending or you miss your favorite live shows, you can watch it all on our YouTube channel. Simply log on to www.youtube.com/channelsweb. Scroll down to your favorite program and click play. You can also view all uploaded videos by clicking on View All. Don't forget to subscribe and get the latest videos. If they are interesting, like them and be heard. Get connected with the channel's television YouTube page. The news at your fingertips.
Welcome back. Okay, Tamedun Lagbaja says the bankers are part of the rot in the foreign currency debacle. CBN's regulation is also crucial to the Bureau de Change as well. Godwin says a CBN Forex policy is all the Naira needs now. And Mr. Michael is making very good points. Oluwayemisi Adesonya says sensible arguments. Is the CBN Forex policy good or bad? Sensible argument. And then, well, this one's to you. One Love says, sorry, the lady in the studio has not made any point. But then, let's look at this. We're talking about the country's major income earner is one product, right? And there are those who believe that it's dollarized already. So when you say, where do they get the bulk of the dollars from? That commodity is dollarized.
Yes, it is dollarized, but remember, it's in the country's reserve.
Really?
Yes, you see, that's where the issue is. And that's when CBN governor was saying that at a point that there are some money received from air proceeds that never went to the CBN. That's the CBN controls that in the reserve. All the foreign exchange from all the dollar end goes to the country's reserve. So that's why CBN manages that, to make sure if you bring all of it at once into the system, it will just kill the system. So the CBN manages it and controls what comes out at any material time.
I'm of the opinion that, with regards to the proceeds from the oil, it's demand and it's supply. So they need to look for how are they offsetting the supply and the demand factor. I think, and I stand on my point, that there should not be an incentive to speculate such a wide margin. It shouldn't be there. And also other attractive ways should be made for us to attract foreign investment.
How do they bridge that gap so that that incentive is taken away? Okay,
we ask ourselves, did we have this problem last year? Where did all this problem start? It started from when we started having a capital flight from late last year on the back of the elections coming. So people started, they're taking a flight.
No, it started when the international price of oil started collapsing.
Yes, which was on the back of weak fundamentals.
And then people realized
that
people
started
here's a country that depends totally on oil. And the price of oil...
Were they just realizing that
last year? Knew. No, it's not that they knew that this country... And because of that, they knew that we do not have an inexhaustible reserve. And so people took upon themselves to speculate. You see, international speculation, you can't rule it out. Anywhere in the world, people speculate. As I'm talking now, people are speculating in Naira. They say, look, what is going to happen with this CBN policy? They are speculating. People, of course, apart from the cash speculation aspect, there's the online speculation.
Which is what you're saying. The incentive for speculation needs to be taken out.
You cannot take it out just by fiat.
You can't take it out.
You can't take it out just by fiat.
If the Naira cannot sustain its current price.
The system of taking it out is a long one. You know, number one, you have to do a lot of things. You have to diversify the economy. The economy is oil-based, so you have to diversify in such a way that non-oil proceeds will be higher than what we are getting from oil.
We can't diversify it overnight. We all know that that is a long procedure.
That is going on. But you see, if you do not do something now, the trend is you may not even be, because of that, is that you may not even be able to diversify eventually.
The question she asked, and
yes.
I think she wants to say something before you go, the question she asked was, well, what she says,
yeah,
there is no basis for this action now. There is no foundation for this action now.
And I'm saying there is.
Given some time for education.
Let it be gradual. Educate people. Let them know they have options.
Between July last year and July this year, how much has the Naira lost?
It has lost over 25% on the interbank market.
From 160
on the interbank market.
Yes.
That market is controlled by the CBN.
Yes.
I'm not even talking of your. I'm talking of the official. 156.
Yeah, I'm talking the interbank
156
is official.
to 196.
Yes, that's 25%.
That's the official rate. Now, just between why? Because the CBN had to be defending the Naira.
Yes.
Right? And defending the Naira with, if you had an irresistible pool of funds to defend, yes. But as long as you have a limited reserve, you cannot continue to defend the Naira. And the only way you can do is, hey, why don't you fight eternally to make sure that people should not make dollar a currency, official currency of the country.
This is not a primary school. You can't coerce people. You need to put policy in place.
CBN is saying this is a policy.
Let me bring it this.
This is a policy that is in place.
In the first quarter of this year, we spent $4.9 billion defending the Naira. That's about 16% of our reserve at the 30th of June. It's not sustainable. We can't continue that way.
If it's not sustainable, when will you stop it?
It's either we rightly price the Naira, we devalue, or we look for a way to match the demand and supply. But all of this is a quick fix and it's not going to work.
The Naira had been devalued from 156 to 196.
Yes.
It's already devalued on its own officially.
I agree.
So, I mean, what else do you want?
I'm of the opinion that the Naira is rightly priced. But guess what? The market dictates what it is. So if we say that, yes, the Naira has taken into account all the macroeconomic risk, but why is it trading at that price? Why do we have that price? That means that there's an incentive. People are capitalizing on the arbitrage.
Hold on. Let's see. Femi Alao says, where was the CBN when the dollar was being distributed during the political era? They are the custodians of this.
No, CBN can't do that. Can't control that.
Okay. He says CBN can't control that. All right, but here, Ajibola Akinyemi says, the natural force of the money market